Hello world, today is Tuesday, June 23rd, 2026. It's 10:37 p.m. and this is another vlog, a 10-minute raw and edited talk about what is top of mind. I talk about what is like the most interesting thing that happened to me in the last 24 hours or that I did or learned or thought about. The last one I did was like Sunday or Saturday. I think Sunday, and it's been 2 days. But I had like not a lot of motivation to like record. And I think it should be that I should like learn to just to be consistent and like do consistency and like be like just do it. And maybe you're wondering like why am I smiling and like well, good question. I think maybe I just had like a really good dinner. Then I did I did like workout. Then I did dinner, and then I did sauna, and then I did ice bath for like, and I think ice plunge was like just fucking reset my dopamine level. And then I did like a 30-minute meditation, and I just fucking love network school because it's like fucking it just like I didn't plan any of that. I just like shit. I just should go to the gym. I just went to the gym, and then I like met my friend there, and then we talked. I was like, okay, let's get dinner. And then we had dinner, had like amazing conversations, and then he's like, I'm going to sauna. I was like, okay, I'll go with you. Let me borrow some shorts. And I went to the sauna and ice bath, and then someone else was going to meditation. I'm like, I'll go with you. And then I did meditation, and then I'm like walking through the cafe, and I see like all these people, and I'm like drinking water in the cafe, and I'm just like, this place is fucking awesome. I love this place. I love this place. And then I'm like, tomorrow's Wednesday, and there's like a stand-up comedy on Wednesday, and I'm like, I gotta think of something, because I really want to do a stand-up comedy like at least once in my life. It's like, but I have to like dedicate like at least a couple hours to like thinking of jokes. Like you have to put in some care and love into it. And I was just thinking about like what it means to care for somebody in the meditation. And like I love this vlogs. It's where I can articulate my thoughts. And like and make sense of them. But like that's beautiful. I feel like the potential of articulating your thoughts is an immense field of growth for everybody, where you can talk about something, when you have the space. And so using technology for this just allows us to develop our ideas, our thoughts, and cultivate our minds to such a great degree. What did I think about meditation? During a meditation, I was like sitting in, and there's like 5 people there in the room. And I just did like the ice bath and sauna. So I was just like feeling really like good. Like it's really good for your like 8 degrees Celsius in in the water for a minute and a half or 2 minutes. Oh, it's so good. And then, so during meditation, I was just thinking about like caring. Like, what does it mean to care for somebody? Like, you love somebody, you care for them, you want to spend time with them. And it's like a huge like a commitment. It's like a quest. And I was just thinking about like, you know, the hero's journey, what that means. Like, I just saw this reel about like Joseph Campbell talking about Percival, the story of Percival, King Arthur, and it's about like Christian love, and you know, All right, maybe Wi-Fi is not working right now, but the Percival is like there is like I'm trying to understand like what like this means, like Christian love, and like what that means is like falling in love, and then like dedicating your life to somebody, like actually like that's like I'm a person that like goes deep on topics and understands topics and goes into literature, goes into like philosophy and history, military history, like understanding these things as a human being, like this is what makes life interesting, right? Like understand these forces, like, you know, understand what the Greek gods were about, you know, understand that the ancient Greeks, they actually did hear like voices, and to them gods were like personifications of natural forces, and like we are modern humans, and like how do we relate to that in 2026, and you know, and what are there really aliens and are there interdimensional beings, are there what is the meaning of our existence, what is the purpose of our existence, do you have a purpose, and is it okay? So what is the story of Percival is something like they go on a quest, they go into the dark forest, everybody goes in their own place, enters the forest at their own choosing, they don't go together, and then he meets a princess, and she's about to be forced to marry some guy who's actually just attacking the castle, and he's like, she asks him to kill him, and he's like, okay, I'll do that. And then he goes out and fights him and kills him, and then he comes back, and then they get married, and then they spend the night together, but then they don't have intercourse on the first night or second night, but then the third night he finally remembers something that he's supposed to do that, and then they do it, and then basically that's the story of how authentic love comes into the world, and his sacrament of marriage is like that. So if the Wi-Fi connects, I would like check that. It's the story, but it's already 11, so yeah, this vlog is really just all over the place, but it's I'll talk about Luminolog. I'm excited about this. Like I did a lot of progress today on the app, and it's getting ready for the publication. I have this beautiful voice journaling is working so well. It's just like the voice journaling is so good, and it creates these. It's a daily challenge of 750 words of journaling, and you get a reward. You get a badge. You get a card with a short insights that you can share publicly, and it's like publicly captures your thoughts. And I did journal a lot using it, and the key thing is about finding yourself, developing your ideas, developing your self-knowledge, the space for reflection, and the AI companion is just the AI companion itself is immensely valuable, and that's something that I'm really excited about. And the thing is about the next thing I learned is that I am all about long-term commitment to this project. And then another thing is, I watched the fireside chat with Vitalik and Balaji, and it's like there's so many threads there that are so interesting about specifically like just Vitalik's pointing out like, hey, I see that a lot of people talk the talk, but you're walking the walk, and to me that's just like clicks, because like he did just like write this book to the network state, and just like this concept is like fucking like huge, and it's like very sound basis of like, hey, evolving technology, communities evolving, technological societies evolving the technology of societies. And it's such an enormous undertaking, and so much sacrifice and risk and investment, like energy, like time, like focus, like, and then like just doing that is so bold. Like nobody else does that. So that was cool. That like that he said that, and it's cool that he's doing that, and that's cool that I'm like here, getting to be part of it. That's pretty awesome. 10:49 p.m. 12 minutes in. I'm feeling sleepy. Today I woke up at 10 a.m. I just went to the co-working space, had like a quick breakfast. That was like a day old lunch. I just worked till 7. Then I went to the gym. And then I said what I did the rest. Then I had a really good dinner. Yeah, and then going back to the topic of taking care of somebody and like friendship. So like when I go into like, I'm alone working on my laptop all day, and then I go into, hey, I'm talking to people and like hanging out in the sauna, and like I'm part of this like community, I guess, and like go walk through the hall, walk through the cafe, and I'm like, I'm still here. And then like tomorrow's like the comedy show, and it's like, it's so interesting, so fun to get to like learn an experience, like what it means to be like in a group with like very loose ties, but also like you can make, like taking care of somebody or like being there for somebody is like this huge like act of faith and commitment. And I was just thinking about that during the meditation. I'm like, that's love. That's like, love is like that, like commitment to somebody, like you're gonna take care of them, and like, so like that's just crazy, is the craziest thing, like falling in love with somebody is like, so, and I think maybe I could do my comedy stand-up about how I have commitment issues, that I just like don't fall in love with somebody, don't want to fall in love with anybody. It's just like, but I have all these opportunities, or had these chances, but actually not that many, but like I had a few where I was like just on the edge of like true love, or like 2 actually, and like I just like pulled back, and I was like, fuck, this is not gonna happen. I'm not ready for this. But that's huge, like, because but that's huge to think about, because then, becoming aware of something, you don't know, but like reflecting on that is powerful. And that's like the purpose of journaling and vlogging, like reflecting on the things you don't know. And like, so exploring this idea of what love means, like commitment to somebody, and like that. It's an interesting topic. I'm gonna talk to my journaling companion on that. But I will end it here, and thank you for listening and watching. And as always, I'm sending you good thoughts, frequencies, and vibrations, because every thought matters. May you be free from suffering. Peace.